I was gonna ask, like, where did you like pull from this character, but you actually pointed at yourself that this is kind of you.
She is the closest of any of the other characters I've played to me ever.
Wow.
I'm a total matchmaker. I'm The only difference is I'm terrible at it. Terrible. My friends yell at me, family members too, and I can't stop. And I meddle in people's business, but I meddle because I want the best for people. I'm not meddling to, just because I'm nosy. I'm not nosy, but I just want the best for those people that I love.
Today on the show, we are joined with Shila Ommi, the voice of Cinder Lumen in the latest Disney Pixar film, Elemental. Elemental is in theaters this week, and Shila gives us the behind-the-scenes look of what it's like to work for Disney Pixar, also how and why she specifically got casted for this role, and many other things. There is so much substance to this short conversation we had, and she is an absolute gem of knowledge, talent, and experience in the film industry. Before we get into this, a little bit about her history. She was originally born in Iran. Her mother was a poet, and her father was a successful philanthropist and the founder and CEO of Iran's largest construction company. But during the wrath of the Islamic regime, her father ended up being on a hit list, and her family had to flee the country, leaving all her belongings, wealth, and everything, and start a new life in the United States. And that's a little context leading into one of my opening questions on life, moving to America, and finding her love for acting. But let's get into this great conversation. Here's Shila Ommi, aka Cinder Lumen, in Disney Pixar Elemental. So great to meet you. Happy release week on such a big film. Like, that's got to be
Thank you.
exciting, being in a Pixar film. That's such an
I'm
achievement as an actress.
constantly pinching myself. How exciting.
Even hearing your voice right now after seeing the screener, I'm getting a little bit of goosebumps. I'm like, oh my God, it's the
Oh,
character.
thank
It's
you.
Cinder. That's so cool.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, and just to let you know, for the intro of the show, I said a little bit of your bio and history, and I kind of want to know, at what age did you move to America?
We moved here when I was 10 years old. So, and it was at the onset of the revolution in Iran, and we had to move for our safety. And yeah, so I was 10, and it wasn't until I was 15 that I discovered acting because I went to Van Nuys High School. And I saw these amazing 18-year-old geniuses on stage, and I thought, oh, this is what I want to do.
That's so cool, and that answered my next question as well. That's amazing that it kind of came in your life as like a teenager. And around
Yeah.
that time, were you watching like a lot of Disney movies and stuff like that, like growing up to?
Growing up, yeah, I mean, who doesn't watch Disney movies all over the world? But never in my life did I think that I would ever be sweeping the floor for a Disney movie, let alone to be a voice actor on it. So I'm just beyond thrilled and honored that I was asked to play.
Yeah, it's that's such a cool experience. And how did this role come to you? Did somebody come to you with this, or did you find like an audition and had to go through that process?
I mean, here's why I'm pinching myself constantly. I am so honored. I have no idea how this happened, but Peter Sohn, who is the creator of this show, he's the director and he co-wrote it. He came to me, and he came to me because it's a very personal story for him. He's a son of Korean immigrants, and he was looking for someone to play the character of Cinder who made somehow matched his mom. Oh, God bless her soul. Thank you. That was me. Oh, and so it was just I so wanted to do a good job for him and for her, for her memory. And yeah, so he came to me, thank God. And we had a beautiful meeting. I think it was like a 5 hour meeting in which we talked and then we went through the entire So I guess it was an audition. He never referred to it as an audition, but
Hmm.
thinking back now, that's an audition when he has you do all the lines and I think it was the next day or maybe at the end of it. I don't remember. And I don't remember because to this day I can't believe it that they said yes to me. So
Yeah, but that's extra cool that
so
you
grateful.
were in mind for the role itself and everything. And even I love the character so much. It reminded me of a nosy aunt I have who's like kind of sneaking in everybody's business. And at the Toronto screening, there was a that's you. At the Toronto screening, there was so many big laughs for that moment and stuff like that. And I don't want to spoil too much
Oh,
of the
thank you.
character story arc and everything, but I was gonna ask, like, where did you like pull from this character? But you actually pointed at yourself that this is kind of you.
This is, I can't believe that she is a little fireball. She looks a lot like my mom, actually, because my mom was round and yummy. Um, and she is the closest of any of the other characters I've played to me ever.
Wow.
I'm a total matchmaker. I'm
Mm.
The only difference is I'm terrible at it. Terrible. My friends yell at me, family members too, and I can't stop. And I meddle in people's business, but I meddle because I want the best for people. I'm not meddling to, just because I'm nosy. I'm not nosy, but I just want the best for those people that I love. So, yeah,
Yeah, that's actually making me think too, maybe of this relative I had in mind. Maybe her intentions are good. Like just once in a while, I could find me and my cousins kind of talking trash, but maybe like down the layers of things, she really does care, like to the next level type of thing.
don't talk trash about her anymore. She
No.
cares. We care. We meddlers care.
Yeah, it's so cool to even like talk to you about this too, because I think like one thing that gravitates people to these certain type of interviews I do, they're creators or aspiring filmmakers and stuff, and I kind of want to know a little bit for them, like your experience of stepping in a Pixar studio and kind of that process, and is it different from other places or just anything like?
So here's the thing, because I live in Southern California and the Pixar studio is in the Bay Area, I haven't been on the Pixar lot yet. So the studios, they would get a studio that I would walk into and we would do it on Zoom. So I'd see Peter's sweet face. By the way, did you know that the character of Up, that little boy in Up, was created after Peter Son's likeliness?
Oh, I had
he's
no
just
idea.
he's just everything that's good about humanity. Both him and Denise Ream, they're so good. Um, anyway, so yeah, so I never so walking into the studio, it just felt like, because I've been doing voiceover work for a long time, so it just felt like work, except work with really wonderful, yummy people. But it was
Mhm.
just work, and it wasn't until I saw the film and I saw that Disney arm. And then the Pixar, the lights that jumps around, that I had tears in my eyes. I couldn't believe. That's when it clicked that, oh, this is what we're doing.
Yeah, it's huge. And what was your reaction to seeing the character come to life itself? Like sitting there in the theater and seeing your voice come out of this fireball.
So this, I have to be honest, this show is so visually stunning. First of all, it's visually beautiful, magnificent. The sound is so amazing. The music, the voices of these voiceover actors, the woman who plays my daughter, Ember, Leah Lewis. Oh my God, this woody, delicious, warm voice that she has that breaks, and it just breaks your heart when it breaks. The voice of Wade, who's played by um, Mamadou Ate. What a beautiful voice this man has. The man who plays Bernie. I mean, all of them. My,
Mhm.
my husband, Bernie, Ronnie Del Carmen. What an incredible voice. So here's the thing, because my voice sounds different in my own head, I have a hard time listening to myself, and that just doesn't go away. So it was like everyone's like amazing until I hear myself and oh, amazing. But that's just me. And the actors are very insecure and strange.
Yeah, we're
So
all our own
we
worst critics.
really
I
are.
think you got an amazing voice. Even like I got these new
Thank you
headphones.
so
I'm
much.
like, this is a good sounding
Those are
episode with
good
you.
headphones. I wish I had your headphones on. Those are
Well,
good headphones, but oh.
yeah, maybe we'll send you a gift soon. But yeah, it's
It's not going to
again,
change it.
yeah, so amazing, like this whole experience and everything. And even like you mentioned the other actors too. When you make a film like that, are you guys in the same room together almost going back and forth with the lines? Because it just seemed like such natural chemistry going on.
Right. So that speaks to the genius of Peter Son as a director, because that was the common denominator. We were all in the room at different times, different months, different weeks with Peter. So Peter's the one who's orchestrating our voices to and guiding us to have, the right energy level and the right intonations to match one another. So that's all his work.
Wow. Yeah. Again, bravo. Like just being at the
Thank you.
Toronto screening too. It's just I didn't watch many trailers. I like to see movies blind right now. And like just I one thing I didn't expect was kind of the deeper themes throughout
Right.
the film too, which I think is like really relatable to different immigrants moving to North America and stuff like that, set in their ways, whether it's just race and culture and just a play on that and just is that something that connects to you as well, like coming overseas and
It absolutely connects to me. Here's the thing, it's a universal immigrant story. It's like even different immigrants moving into any country in the world. It's a very universal. But as an immigrant story, it so resonated with me because, I'm an immigrant. And the heaviness that is on as I was watching the film. It's one thing when you read it and you're doing it, but when you watch it and you see the entire project in front of you, I was so moved about what Ember was going through. And
Mhm.
that's what I've gone through. I totally relate to that. This um, feeling that all of us immigrants and children of immigrants have, that our family has sacrificed so much for us, and it's a guilt and it's heavy, and yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, there was a few moments where the whole theater just kind of broke down and started crying too and
I know, I
yeah.
know, and yet it's so funny. I also, there was so many points where I'm laughing out loud because it's so funny, and but it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful.
Yeah,
Pixar is just they're masters at
I was
that.
gonna say when I walked out of that theater too, I was with my friend. She was smiling, and she also was like, "I cried 3 times." I'm like, "That's
Oh
the
yeah,
Pixar formula. They
that's
got
right.
it
That's
down to a
right.
science where this is kind of something you got to know when you're going into just like
You
it's
gotta
gonna take
know,
you
but
on
I
a
tell you,
emotional roller coaster."
you come out a better person. You come
Hmm.
out a better, and that's their whole message with this film, is that how our differences, um, when people of different ideologies, different anything, different elements, you come together, there's an alchemy that makes us all better.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, yeah, it's so
that's right.
true too. Even I come from like a smaller town too, and this movie reminded me of sometimes the mentality of if you're only around the same people over and over, like
Mm-hmm.
even though some people can get ignorant to things and people who are different, sometimes it takes an example of change for them to
Mm-hmm.
change their mind. And I find that was another big theme of the movie too, which kind of hit my heart a bit too, with just something
Mm-hmm.
close to home with me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Absolutely. And we Persians, we have this saying that when water stays in one area, it becomes stale, it becomes smelly, right?
Wow.
That it's that moving and mingling with different things is what makes you clean and better. It just makes you shiny.
Hmm.
It makes your brain grow. You create new associations in your brain. You become a better human being.
Yeah, amazing. And a lot of like I mentioned, a lot of like creators and actors, they gravitate to listening to these segments. And I just want to know, do you have any general advice for somebody who is an aspiring actor or actress on their journey?
Hmm. Just work at it. I promise you the work will pay off because as you're working, there's no way that you are not going to be hired if you don't become really good. That's what they're looking for. People that are good in this field, masters of this field. So just master the work any way you can. And it will pay off and it's a noble profession. It's a really noble profession because I really feel like we humans are evolving, and how wonderful to see more and more of each other on the screen. It makes us better. You learn more about yourself by watching someone else go through something. So it just takes work. You know, a lot of actors wrongfully think, "Oh, I want to be an actor, so what agent should I get? What?" Um, mm, Focus on the work, and everything will come.
Well
Focus on
said.
the work, and it'll all come.
Yeah, amazing advice. And Sheila, I just want to thank you for your time. And once again, big congratulations on the film and everything. And even today, like I know I just had a short time with you, but I felt like I could have asked you a million questions.
Mm.
Just I want to say I admire your career and everything, and I'm excited to see what's next for you.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure for me too. I could have talked to you for another hour.
Yeah,
I'm
well, maybe
sorry we
we'll
didn't have
we'll
time.
we'll
Thanks.
catch up on your next project, hopefully.
Hopefully. Can't
Yeah,
wait to see you. Thank
yeah.
you.
Take care. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye
Thank you. You
bye.
too.
What a great chat. Listening to that playback put a big smile on my face. This has been such a great experience. Meeting Sheila and kind of working with Disney and Pixar for the first time. Really appreciated them sending me to a private screening and having the opportunity to be one of the first people in Canada to actually watch this movie. One of the most enjoyable things for me about this series is taking in really good art and having the opportunity to immediately talk to one of the creators or somebody who's involved and just pick their brain, as this experience is so fresh in my heart. And I had such a great time talking to Sheila. Obviously, if you're watching the video version, you can see the big smile on both our faces, and she's just a wonderful soul. Also, for more Sheila, you can check her out now on the series Tehran that is now streaming seasons 1 and 2 on Apple TV. And she's also in a cartoon titled NOPM Special Forces, where she does all the voices, both male and female, and this is something I gotta check out because she's such an incredible talent, and I just love her voice. I mentioned it during the interview, and it's always interesting to hear how much as artists and creatives we're all our own worst critic, and that she actually doesn't like listening to her voice. But I totally get it. Like, right when I'm done editing these interviews, I never listen to them again either. But once again, she's such a gem, and I appreciated her time. And speaking of gems, we can't leave without thanking all you legends on the Patreon page. Really appreciate you guys supporting the series. And first up, special thanks to Mike Carniello of the Testing with Mike YouTube channel, the lovely Amanda McKnight of Top 10 Nerd, Ryan Watkins of Ryan Radio, the wonderful Jenny Potter, the legendary Devin McBride, Ryan frickin' Campbell, my favorite soul singer, Saber, and last but not least, Francis Coffer, aka my mom. If you want to support the show and have a shout out at the end of every episode, and also watch these episodes early, raw, uncut, uncensored, right when I'm done the Zoom call, I take it and I post it, no edits. You can go to patreon.com/thecreative-imbalance. And beyond helping me out, at the end of the day, you can go to bed at night and sleep soundly, knowing you're a badass motherfucker who supports raw, uncut, independent media. Nobody can take that away from you. You hear me? But with that being said, thanks again for listening. As I'm recording this, I just got another email from Disney setting up another banger of an episode. So you can expect that in a couple weeks if you enjoyed this Elemental one and want more content of this style. Until next time, we'll catch you then. Peace.